Hey guys, welcome back to FedEx Gaming's Redstone tutorials. In this tutorial, showing you guys how to build my magic 3x3 door. As you can see, there are no buttons around us because the button lies on the door itself. So if we place a button here, 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 or here, we can open up the door. So click the button, and as you can see, our 3x3 door will open up, and all those buttons went flying off. And then obviously we can go on the inside, click this button, and close the door up behind us. And you can also put the button in here if you really want to on the inside, but I really don't see the point to do that. And then once you're ready to leave, you just click the button again and close it up right behind you. Now what I used in this was my silent magic button. I just recently did a tutorial on it, and I kind of wanted to give a few ideas of what you could possibly do with this thing. So all I did was use a half of my 4x4 door or 4x4 door from the past. That doesn't work anymore, but I actually fixed it. So if you watch this and you have my 4x4 door, this will help you fix it. So if we just place our button here, click it, and it opens up like magic. So let's go ahead and start building this thing, guys. Let's look at the redstone first, and then we can start building. As you can see, there's not really much to it for this set build except for the side that works for the 4x4 door. So let's start building this thing, guys. All right, guys, so for this build, we're going to need a 11x3 spacing, and we are also going to have to dig down at least 3. Now, if you're wondering what all these colors are, don't worry about that. That's just where my certain things are going. Just make sure you get an 11x3 spacing. However, this red block right here, this is where the middle of our door is going to be going. And the front of our door is going to be facing this way. Keep that in mind. The front of our door is going to be facing this way. So for this build, we're going to need 14 sticky pistons, 16 redstone repeaters, 2 droppers, 2 redstone comparators, 2 hoppers, 1 block of redstone, 7 redstone torches. Just get a handful of redstone dust. We are also obviously going to need a button, but we'll get the button out later. We're also going to need a lever just to test it out, so make sure you take out a lever as well. Then we're going to need some blocks to put our redstone down on. My yellow stained clay is going to be the closing circuit, blue stained clay is going to be the opening circuit, and the green stained clay is just going to be for our magic button. And then we're obviously going to need some blocks of choice as all right, guys, so we're going to start off by doing our closing circuit first. So we're going to do the one side of our 4x4 door, and then we'll move on from there. So once you've gotten your 11x3 spacing, come to the bottom left hand corner and count over 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to count up 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put a block right here with a sticky piston facing upwards on it like that. And just keep it in mind, guys, this is going to be the front of your door. This is going to be the front of your door. So I'm just giving a heads up because it's a lot easier to build it from the inside. Next, what we're going to do is just put in our double piston extenders. So all we're going to do is just put your blocks of choice for your door color. I'm going to be using red stained clay for my door color. So just come up 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So whatever color your door is going to be. Next, from the middle, we're going to come out 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, and then delete these 2. And we're going to put 2 sticky pistons facing inwards like this and like that. There we go. Next, we're going to put a piston up here facing downwards. So come up 2 more blocks, delete this block right here, and put a piston facing downwards, just like that. And that's going to be all the pistons for the one side of our door. So now let's go ahead and start setting up our closing circuit. So what we're going to do is come down here, and where our piston's facing upwards, we're going to put a repeater right here and set it to 4 ticks delay. Next, we're going to put a piece of redstone dust behind that 4 tick delay repeater, a block to the left hand side of it, dust on top of that block. Then coming out of this block with redstone dust, we're going to put a repeater going this way on 4 ticks delay. Put a block in front of it, put a piece of redstone dust coming out the top of it, put a block in front of the redstone dust, and then we're going to turn this way going back towards this piston and put a repeater right here on 2 ticks delay with some redstone dust going into this block right here. Next, put a block up on top of your 4 tick delay repeater right here so you can go into sneak mode or just look at the side of the redstone dust. Put a torch on top of the block, a block on top of the torch, a torch to the side, a block on top of the off torch, and then put a repeater coming out of this block going that way on 1 tick delay, so it looks something like that. Next, come back up here and put a piece of redstone dust on top of this block. Put a block right next to this redstone dust, so if you want to, you can go ahead and go into sneak mode and just put a block right above the repeater, just like that. Then we're going to go ahead and put a torch on top of the block, a block on top of the torch, and then a torch to the side like that. Then right underneath this off torch, we're going to put a sticky piston facing downwards with a block in front of it. It should extend. Next, we're going to swing back here and put a block right next to this bottom sticky piston and put a piece of redstone dust right here. Next, take out your blocks of choice for your walling. I'm going to be using white stained clay and put a block of choice right here next to this redstone dust. And then last but not least, for our closing circuit on this side, we're going to come right up here and put 2 blocks coming out this way, put a piece of redstone dust right here, and then a repeater going into this sticky piston on 1 tick delay. And that should be our whole closing circuit for this one side. So if we put a block right here next to this redstone dust, take out a lever, put your lever right there, and then flip it down. As you can see, it completely closes. However, when we flip it up, it doesn't completely retract. So that's what we're gonna do next. All right, guys, so for the retraction, what I want you to do is swing back over here, and coming out of this block that this 4 tick delay repeater is going into, we're gonna put a torch right here, and we're gonna put a repeater going this way on 1 tick delay. Let's just delete this right here. Put a block in front of your 1 tick delay repeater, put a torch on top of the block, put a block above this on torch, and then come a block towards your off torch like that. Put a piece of redstone dust right above that, it should come on, and then put a repeater going towards your off torch on 4 ticks delay. Next, what I want you to do is put a block right above this off torch, put a torch right above the block, a block right above the torch, and then swing over here, and then going into this sticky piston right here, we're gonna put a block, and then put a repeater going into the sticky piston on 3 ticks delay. Now, next, we're gonna swing over here, and right inside here where this block and redstone dust is, we're gonna come down here, and right next to this on torch, take out a block and put it right next to it, and then come out one more like that. Then going into this block that has this redstone dust, we're gonna put 2 repeaters on 1 tick delay, put a block behind it next to this off torch, and put redstone dust right here. Next, what I want you to do is put 2 blocks right above these 1 tick delay repeaters right here and right here. And then we're gonna put 2 repeaters up here going towards this redstone dust on 4 ticks delay. Actually, this one goes on 3 ticks delay, so 3 ticks and 4 ticks. Then we're gonna put a block right in front of it, a block right behind it, and then right above this 3 tick delay repeater, we're gonna put a block here and here, just like that. Next, what I want you to do is take out your redstone dust and put a piece of redstone dust here, 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 and here, just like that. And that should be our whole closing sequence. So if we come down, our whole opening, our whole opening sequence. So if we click this down, as you can see, it fully closes. And now when we click it up, it should fully open. Next, what we're gonna do is our top and side pistons, and then we can move on to our magic button, and then we'll be completely done. So what I want you to do is come right over here where we have this dust and 1 tick delay repeater going into this 1 sticky piston. And we're just gonna take our blocks of choice. You will be able to see these blocks, and we're just gonna come out right here. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Next, what I want you to do is put a block up right next to this 1 tick delay repeater and put a sticky piston facing downwards off that block, and then come out 2 more. 1, 2, like that, and that's going to be our top row of pistons. Next, just put your blocks of choice right in front of these sticky pistons, just like that. Then we're going to come up here, and then we're going to come out with redstone dust all the way down, like that, and put a repeater going into the middle one on 1 tick delay. Next, what we're going to do is come out 1 more row of blocks right here, like that, and we're going to put a piece of redstone dust here, and a repeater going this way on 1 tick delay with a block in front of it. Next, what you want to do is take out the color of your door and come right underneath this block, 2 blocks, 1, 2, and then delete the middle block and put a piece of redstone dust here. And then we're gonna come out 1 more block and put a piece of redstone dust on top of that block as well. And then next, what we're gonna do is put 2 sticky pistons right underneath this block. So go 1 and number 2 like that. There we go. And then put your blocks of choice in front of it, and that should be our whole closing sequence for our door. So if we come back here and we click down our lever, the whole entire 3x3 door closes, and then we click up the lever and the whole entire 3x3 door opens up. So now all we have to do is just put our magic button in and we'll be completely done. All right, guys, so next what you want to do is find the middle of your door. The easiest way to find the middle of your door is just come to the bottom left and count over 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then just count up 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3, and that's where the middle of your door will land. Next, what we want to do is just put a block up right here and then put a dropper facing upwards, and then we're gonna have to put a dropper facing downwards into here. So I usually just come out a block like that and then come right next to it and put a dropper facing downwards as well. Make sure they are droppers, guys, and not dispensers. If they're dispensers, then they will not work. Next, what we're gonna do is go to this bottom dropper right here and go to the left of it and put a block here and here and put a piece of redstone dust like that with a comparator going into that redstone dust. Then right behind this comparator, we're gonna put a block and put a hopper going into the side of the block, and then put another hopper going into the side of that hopper like that, and then throw any random item inside your hopper, and then your comparator should pulse like this forever. And we want it to do that because what that's going to do is it's going to update this dropper when we click our button. Next, what we're going to do is go to the right hand side and put a block down with a comparator coming out of the bottom dropper. We are done with our comparators, and then we're going to put a sticky piston facing upwards with a block on top of it that will create a monostable circuit. Then coming out of this monostable circuit, we're gonna come down a block right here with redstone dust. And then we're gonna put a repeater going this way on 1 tick delay with a block in front of it, a piece of redstone dust down here, and then we're gonna put a sticky piston facing towards our creation like that out of this redstone dust. Then we're gonna take out our block of redstone and put that right in front of our sticky piston. Next, what I want you to do is coming out of this redstone dust right here, we're gonna come out a block and put a repeater going this way on 1 tick delay with a block in front of it next to this dropper like that. Then we're gonna go inside the top dropper and we're gonna drop any item in there. It doesn't really matter, just put one item in there like that. So once you've gotten that in, now we can come down here where our lever is and we can delete this block and our lever. And then what I want you to do is put 2 pieces of redstone dust like that. And that's our entire magic button done, guys. So if you want to test it out, just put a button here or put a button here and then click it and it should close the door. So boop, it closes the door. And then if we put the button here, 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 or here, it should open up the door. So there we go. Now all we have to do is just put our button on the inside and then we'll be completely done. So for our button on the inside, what I like to do is come over here to the right hand side and come down 3 blocks of choice like that. Put your button right here on the inside and then coming out this back block over here. So we're just going to come over here, coming out of the block like this. So as you can see, there's my button and there's the block. We're going to put some redstone dust here. Then we're going to come down a block again, and then put a block next to this sticky piston and put a repeater going into this block on 1 tick delay, and then literally just bring the current up like that, guys, and that should be your inside button done. So if I click the button, it closes, click the button again, and it opens up, and you are completely done, guys. So now all you have to do is just clean up the entire build, and then it's up to you what you want to do with the build, how you want to make it look. But there you guys have it. That is the entire magic 3x3 door done, and all we have to do is just fill in our nice little flooring right here and like that. There we go. And let's just come out a few more blocks there. So if we click this button, the door closes, and let's use some black stained clay to just give it a nice little border so it looks nice. Here we go. All right, guys, and that's our entire 3x3 magic door done. So if I place a button here and click it, it should open up. And then obviously if I click the button on the inside, it should close. Now, if your magic button was working and now it's not working, like let's say you put a button here and you click it and it's not opening up, then that means you accidentally added an item in here to the hopper. Make sure there's only 1 item inside these hoppers going back and forth. If there's more than 1, then this will no longer work. So I'm just giving you a heads up on that. But there you guys have it. That's the entire video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe. Stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys. Peace.